Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome in the library, and thank you so much for supporting our research week. We do hope that our program and all the presentations will help and assist you with your own research or answer some questions that you might have regarding research, or even help to motivate and get you energized again for your own research. Yesterday's topic was about collecting your research data, and today's topic is about analyzing your research results. So please do take a look at the program and attend as many sessions as possible. It is my pleasure to introduce for this session Jean Nell from 1Sabinet, and she's going to provide some training on the use of SAE publications, SA media, and other products of the 1Sabinet reference platform. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we're looking forward to
Thank
this
you.
session.
Thank you very much. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending my presentation. I will be running through quite a few slides. There's a lot to show you. I'm going to be focusing mainly on SAE publications, and then the last bit I'm going to be covering SA media, and then I was thinking I'm going to show you the theses and dissertations, the different databases that you can use to search that. But it's going to be less detail for the last bit because I'm going to run out of time. So to start, just to give you an overview, you will know that we were on an older platform. We started a new platform September last year, but originally this SAE publications database started, the beta version started in 2001 with 20 journals. And presently we have close to 500 journals at the moment. We have also more than 160 publishers, so we're an aggregator of the journals. We don't publish anything ourselves. We're not a publisher, we're an aggregator. And also the African Journal Archive, which is a Carnegie-funded project, is also integrated now on this new platform. It is open access. So the URL to get to our journals is www.journals.co.za, but if you are a student of the University of Stellenbosch, you mustn't go direct to our platform. You must go via the library website to authenticate yourself as a student, because if you go directly, you won't be able to get in. So I was just looking where you go. Well, where I was trying to look was databases A to Z list, and then you click on the S for 1Sabinet, and I see all your products are there. That is, if you're in the library. I think if you're off campus, is it the same? Okay. So off campus, you would also go via that route. So new features of the new platform, I just want to briefly go over them, was we've got now home screen browsing, where you can see the recent articles which have been added, and then also, just for interest, the most read articles. So if you go to the platform now, you can see what is the most popular articles at the moment. Then we've also got searching by listed topics, which wasn't there before. We have responsive design, so you can use any device to get there. And we have a shopping cart, which is not relevant to you, but because the University of Stellenbosch subscribes to our product, so it's not going to ask you to pay for it, but for others that don't subscribe, our interface is searchable. Anybody can search it. It's just when they click on the download button that they won't be able to get to the full text, and then it's going to prompt them to pay. And then also, our metadata is harvested by all these people, OCLC, Summons, Ex Libris. So if you're searching, for instance, on Google Scholar, you will find our articles. If you click through, you should be able to get to the full text, because it'll see you coming from the University of Stellenbosch. Everything is set up properly. You will be able to do it that way as well. Then it looks like you're actually getting it off Google Scholar, but it's actually because the university subscribes. So we say it's easy to navigate. Just to show you, this is where you go. A to Z Publications is the first link there. Then we have collections, open access. This is our open access collection, which includes our AJA content. We have a link giving you more details about the publishers of all these journals. And then we've got a special section just for the librarians as well, where they can have a look at what links are available and so on. If you click on A to Z publications, it takes you then to an alphabetical list, and you can decide which journal you're interested in, and then you can go browse by the issues if you want to do it that way. Then there is also an accredited list of journals. You will see there, if you click on there's a link. You can't actually see that it's a link there, but oops, sorry, going too fast. If you click on those little links there, then it will show you what are the journal titles for those accreditations. So you can see for yourself uphand where you want to publish, for instance, the accreditation, and then you can go to the publisher and you can see what they require and so on. Then just to quickly show you, this is the collections. This slide was taken before we had the JUTA. Collections and then open access. And just to show you at the moment, this is what it looks like. There is also the JUTA law journals now, which we got from April 2017. They're back in our collection. Not part of the core, but separate, and these are all the collections you can go to. So you can search a collection. If you click on collections and you go to, for instance, humanities or whatever, then you will be searching over that particular collection. Then we have a link for the publishers. This is if you're interested in publishing. You will find some useful information here. You get an A to Z list of the publishers. You can click through on the publisher and you'll see which journals belong to a particular publisher. You can browse the content and see, does it look like it's something where I would like to publish? There it tells you about the journal, what is their focus and so on. You can let me just quickly see. I think we're going to still discuss that one, but so it shows you what is the focus, and as I said, if you know now which is accredited, then you know which publishers to focus on and where to go to. Then the link for the librarians. We have branding options there. You will see that the SAE Publications has got the University of Stellenbosch logo there. So this is where they set it up. There is, for librarians, frequently asked questions, and there is librarian resources where it shows you how to authenticate to the journals and so on. Then we have improved searching options. You can, if on the top, this is where you do your basic search all content. There's the basic search. And then we also have an advanced search where you can do now more. You can do Boolean searching. You can search on all the different fields. So it's up to you which interface you prefer. I think the librarians maybe go to the advanced search more, and the students maybe the basic. Just to give you a quick rundown of what applies here, we have the Boolean searching and or not. And then the exact phrase. If you're looking for an exact phrase, you can put it in inverted commas. Then we have truncation. If you want to use truncation like economy, economic, economies, then you just use an asterisk and it'll pick up all three of those if you do your search in that way. And then we also have, it makes use of wildcards. So if you're not sure if it's the American or the English spelling, then you can put in an asterisk there and it'll pick up the English and American spelling. Then the searching strategies, it also does proximity searching. So for instance, if you put safety standards in inverted commas and a tilde 2, then it will pick up anything within 2 words of safety. So all those that are standing there, safety standards, safety security stuff standards, you will find if you put your search term in that way. If there's any questions, you must interrupt me. I don't mind taking questions. If I'm going too fast, also just let me know. Okay, then the advanced search. As I said, you have here the and or nots, but also on the right-hand side, you can see the different fields that you can search on. So you can look for article title, publication title, author name. You can look for the affiliation. That is, affiliation we mean, but like the University of Pretoria, University of Stellenbosch, it will pick up only articles on that particular university, written by an author of that university. Abstract only, ISSN, language, and the publisher. So you can also add extra search strings if you want to. You just click the plus button and it will take you there. You can exclude the full text if you want to. And then you can search between certain dates. You can sort your results by relevance and by ascending and descending. You can filter by the particular collection to make the search results smaller and more relevant to what you're looking for. You can filter by access types, whether you're looking only for open access or all content or only your subscribed titles. And then you can also filter by accreditations, and in this case we're referring to the subsidies, or what's it, the prescribed, yeah, the DHET list or whatever. You can search by that as well. Then you get your combined search strategies. Just to show you there, you can use your and, your or your not. Are you familiar with Boolean? I'm not going to go into too much detail. I take it you know how Boolean works. Okay. Filter by collections, filter by access type, and filter by accreditation. Right. So here we go. Trivia time. What year was the beta version of SAE Publications launched? With 20 titles. What year was that? Who says this? I can't see. Put up your hand. Okay, you were the first and only. Okay. There we go. All right. Now to the next section, I'm just going to show you viewing results and added features. So, on the top there, it tells you basically your search string, what you put in, whether you clicked on a filter like this, DHET, if you want to review your search string and see what you did there, you can see it. Then you can modify your search over there. You can sort your results by relevance, or newest and oldest first. And you can filter by your collections on that side. And here are all the other filters that are possible. So you can filter by collection, by keyword, by year, by author, by accreditation, by publication, by publisher, as well as by affiliation. And you can see what I'm referring to when I say there's the affiliation. So you can choose to just view articles written by your university. Your accreditation if you're only looking for the accredited stuff, and so on. Then we have on the side here what we refer to as an access key. The access key basically means, let me just show you, the S is for subscribed titles, so all of them basically should be S, with the exception of a few titles which we receive through the year, which the university doesn't yet subscribe to, but it's not a lot. So you should not see many N's, which is titles you are not subscribed to, since the University of Stellenbosch subscribes to the full collection. Then we have open access content, so that is available to everybody, even if you don't have a subscription. And then T, which you won't actually see at all, is we do give some clients trial access. So if they've got a trial access, then they will be seeing a T. Then working with results, you can email your results. So you can select your results on the left-hand side, and that is where you email them. Just also now quickly to show you, with a full article view, what do you see? So you can go to your previous article, you go to your next article, you can see your table of contents. On the top there, you can still see your current issue. If you want to see a previous issue, there it is, the link. There's a link there to submit an article, submit a paper, and to contact the publisher. We are reliant on the publishers to give us the correct information, so it is possible that it's not always 100% everything there, but we are reliant on them to let us know. But that is where you can get the information to contact a publisher and say you want to submit an article and so on. And then at the bottom there, we've got the abstract, metrics, and related content. And there you click to download the article. If you have a subscription, then it won't prompt you to pay anything, and you can just download the article. And then all those links, those hyperlinked ones, the publisher, so you can, if you click through on there, you get to the publisher. If you click on the journal, you get to the journal contents page where you can see the more content. If you click on the volume, the year, it will take you to the rest, and then the persistent link, the handle, which you can use in your dissertation or your bibliography or whatever, that will not change. That is also to be noted. There it is, just more in more detail, all the information you need. Then the article view tabs, as I said, it tells you about, then the current issue, the previous issues, how to submit a paper, and how to contact the editor. Let me just show you. Yeah, it's just basically the same. So about the journal, the latest issues, if you click on latest articles, it will show you the latest articles. Journal title changes, important if you want to know, was there a title change? It does show you there. Let me just get there. So there it says, there's my cursor, this journal continues. And there it tells you what the title change was. Or this journal is continued by the Stellenbosch Theological Journal. So that is where you go if you want to see that. And then if you click through on the link, you'll get to the old content. If you click through on the other one, you'll get to the new content. Then the current issue tab again, just show you what it contains. Abstract, the metrics, and the related content. And then the related content, just to show you what it shows, other journals, other articles which they think are relevant, which you might be interested in. This journal. Okay, trivia time again. Name 2 filters that start with an A. Remember I was talking about the different filters you get on the left-hand side? Let's start with an A. Anybody? Must I give it to you? Yes? No, not abstract, but think again. One was right. Yeah. So together, what is the different ones? 2? and author. There we go. I made it a bit difficult, but anyway. All right. Now the sharing tools which the platform has, you will see, oops, there are, you can share, and then those are the other add to my favorites, create content alert. I'll show you more in detail now. So to be able to use some of the content, you have to register your own profile. So basically you sign in on the university's website, that gives you access to everything. But there's certain features that if you want to use, you have to register a profile for yourself. So that is where you will register your user profile. Once you've registered, you just sign in every time with that, your own user ID and password, and this will give you a few extra features you can use. So this is where you put in your user profile, email address, and so on. If you forget it, you just reset your password so your librarian doesn't have to constantly remember it. You just reset your own password and that's how you do it. So if you've done that, you can create alerts for yourself. So you can create an alert for a journal title to say you want to know when a particular new issue gets added. And it will alert you, this latest issue has been updated on the system. And this is where you manage your alerts and so on. And there you can export your citations to those of the different ones. I see you no longer have, I was noticing on your homepage, you've cancelled RefWorks. Then user profiles. This is just showing you, once again, sign in. You can update your email address, change your password, check out your favorites, manage your alerts. You can cancel them, you can add to them. You can have a look at your search history, your saved searches, and so on. So this is all possible if you create and register your own profile. And just to show you that this is what it looks like, you can see here this person has created alerts for Accord and Acta Academica. And then you can say whether you want it monthly, do you want it immediately, when do you want to be known, immediately when it's added, you want to check it monthly or whatever. Be alerted monthly, whatever, it's your choice. And then your search history, save searches and view your search alerts. And then we have these manage alerts, save the search, view and create search alert. And then of course we also do have a help guide for those that are stuck. It is there. If you're unsure, you can always consult it. So that is it for SAE publications. Now I just want to see what I'm doing for time. I just want to go through SA Media as well, just very briefly. SA Media is on the reference platform, so it's not on the journal platform. It is on the reference platform of 1Sabinet, which means it's going to be the blue-looking platform. I think if you click on that databases A to Z, it's there also. And SA Media is a newspaper clipping service which was originally started by the University of the Free State, and then we took it over last year or the year before, and it contains newspaper clippings from 1978 onwards. It's not meant to be, this is where you're going to get your recent news. So it's about, I would say, 2 weeks behind of where we are at the moment. But we do a selection of clippings, and it's a useful research tool for students. Yeah, there's about a 2-week lapse. So where we are today, it's probably about 2 weeks behind. Then in December, we always have a problem in December when the people go on leave and then they catch up again. So whenever there's like a public holiday, that is where we also get a bit behind again, and then we have to catch up those issues. Because we receive the newspapers every day, somebody marks the articles which are going to be taken up. They have to be scanned and the metadata has to be added and all that kind of thing. So it's quite labor intensive. Just to show you, this is now what it looks like. The search screen on the reference platform. So you can search by keyword. There you can see I put in the word cartoon and Zuma. So I want to find any cartoons where Zuma appeared. You can also have chosen article title or publication title. You can choose your dates. You can go on to latest articles loaded, but I think keywords works well. So for instance, so this is what you will find if I just randomly searched one, and this is one, and then it shows you at the bottom where it appeared on the page and in which newspaper. And then if you do a search, there I also just searched for Nkandla. That was all I searched, and there it shows you the latest, well, it shows you, it's searching by relevance actually. Let me just quickly show you the different fields now on this one. Oh, I'm supposed to stand with the mic. So I can't search and see at the same time. Okay, so there you can see you can refine your search at the top. On the top there, if you want to refine your search and say something else in Nkandla and whatever, you can start a new search there at the top. You can email your results. You can sort by relevance, but if you click on that little drop down there, you can also sort by ascending and descending date if you want to see the latest. There's various filters as well, and there on the bottom there you can also click on a particular publication type. Star or business day, if you only want articles out of a particular newspaper, that is where you go. And then of course if you just click on the PDF to get to the actual article. You can also click on the side, select your stuff, and then there on the bottom you can see here you can see my request history. That takes you to 1Sabinet Legal, which is another database of ours. This is 1Sabinet, which is similar to where you sign in onto your own profile. And this is your action list. If you've selected certain things, you can email it and so on from your action list. So don't forget about the stuff at the bottom. It's a bit hidden there. But if you know it, you will manage easily. Then also don't forget, where is it? Right at the top, you can see where you say home search. So if you hover over search, that is where you get to the different databases. If you want to change from 1Sabinet to any of the other reference products, you put your cursor there over search, and it will bring the list up, and you can go to the next product from there. You can do a search all over all the products, but I personally don't recommend you do that. If you know what you're looking for, rather keep to the database itself. It gives you more features, more fields to add your search terms if you know what you're looking for. So I would say avoid search all if you can, unless you really don't know where to start searching. And then the index, list of current publications, quick search guide, all of those features on the top there on the reference platform. Okay, so that was 1Samedia. It was very brief, but I think it's a very useful database. I think the students use it a lot. I know in my day, the students loved it. So if you haven't looked at it, you can have a look. I'm sure you'll find it interesting. Now I'm just going to briefly show you theses and dissertations. There's various databases available to search to see what theses and dissertations have been written by M&D students throughout the country. there's lots of duplication actually, but I still would say you should search over more than one of them to be sure, because they're not all 100%. We get the data from other people, so you might find something in the one that you don't find in the other. So I would recommend you look at most of these if you're doing a research now for theses and dissertations, to decide and see who has published what. I don't know if you've got certain rules, if somebody is registered for an M or a D, whether you're allowed to do it in the same topic and so on, but this is where you would do your research. So just to tell you, this is UCTD, it's the first one. It consists of bibliographic records, print and electronic, so the old and the new, those that were just books in the old days, of theses and dissertations at the master's and doctoral level, submitted to the universities of South Africa. And then the honorary doctorates are also included, and it goes back to 1918. This is also on the reference platform, the blue platform, and all those fields that I was referring to on 1Sabinet apply here as well. So you can search by keywords if you know what the title of the thesis was. If you know that a particular person registered for a MNOD, you can just look under the author name. If you're not sure of their full name and you know, if they've got two names like J, JL or J whatever, then rather make it broader and you can search that way. If you make it too narrow, you maybe not find it. And then if you know more or less the year, you can add that as well. Or you can add a range just to make it less. So those are the different ways you can search. Just to briefly show you, I did a search. So I searched here for Nell J, and there, just one of the things it brought up, this was published long ago. It's still a microform, and it tells you the dissertation note. This was an MSc at the University of Pretoria, 1984. So obviously this person completed their dissertation. Unfortunately, there's no download link because it's a microfiche, but if it was now, in the recent times, you could now click on the download and actually see the full content. All right, here's another one. I searched also, Nell J. This is now a more modern one, a more recent one, let's put it that way rather. In 2014, this person finished their MA, Research Psychology at the Northwest University, and there's the handle. So if you click on the handle, it'll take you to the Northwest University, and you can download their thesis. You can go have a look at it. There you click on the link, takes you to the repository of the Northwest University, and you can view the PDF of that person's thesis. Okay, so that was the UCTD. Now the African Digital Repository, this is now another place where you can look, is a central repository for records harvested from the institutional repositories of a number of Southern African universities. And then the links to the full text are included. So this is universities that have given 1Sabinet the permission to harvest their repositories. They have to give us permission, so some of them won't be there. Also, some universities are better at updating the repositories than others. So you will see, you know, there will be more from a certain place than others. We are dependent also on getting the information from them. It also depends, some of them are using DSpace for their repositories. If the things are not working properly, then we struggle to download the content and so on. But we do our best to get this up to date. And then, once again, it's also on reference. You can search by keywords, article title, author, and subject. Basically the same as the UCTD. Here you can see it was published in 2013, and the handle takes you to the University of Pretoria. Then the third place you can search is current and completed research. So this contains current and completed research projects, includes masters and dissertations from Southern African universities, as well as technicons, the University of Technologies, as well as research works from government, non-government, and private sectors. Some records include links to the full text. This one does not contain that much full text. In fact, I think the bit I was searching, I didn't find any, but it says here it does contain links, but I think there's less links on current and completed research. But I like this one because you can actually see, did the person complete their thesis or did they not complete it? Did they register and never finish? So we are dependent on the NRF to send us the data. The NRF is trying at the moment to get this more complete. It isn't 100% up to date, they admit it. They're on a drive now to get the universities to submit the information. They want to go on a road show and get the people to get going on this. So this I see as a national resource. And we get the content from them, but it's, as I say, it's not 100% up to date because we're dependent on getting the universities to also send the information. Okay, so here it shows you the keywords, title, subject. You can search by institution on this database, and then author. So the other one, this is the first time where you actually see the institution. Just to show you, to give you an idea here, I searched for Anna Granova. I knew she had registered. I knew she had registered for D. And this was interesting. It looks to me like she registered for a D, she didn't complete it, and then she registered for another D with a different topic. So, for instance, this was the second one. She commenced that one in 2012. It is still current. There it says the status is current, so she hasn't completed it. And who's her study leader? And then here's an example of one which is completed. So you can see this person commenced in 2001, and they completed their LLM in 2004. And the study leader was Peter Carstens at the University of Pretoria. Okay, so that is that one. Then NAVTech, just to tell you, NAVTech is similar to current completed research, but this was in the old days, the technicons used to submit to NAVTech and the universities to current and completed research. So at the moment, some of them are still contributing to NAVTech and some of them are contributing to current and completed research. I don't know why, but that is how it is. So there are still people contributing to NAVTech. And this contains things from 1980 onwards. So I did a search just to try and find a recent one to show you that things are still being added here. And there was 2016, there's the handle, it was for a D-Tech at the University of DUT, Durban University of Technology. So if you want to see that, those kind of, you must look here as well. And then there's also finally the NDLTD. It's an international organization dedicated to promoting the adoption, creation, use, dissemination, and preservation of electronic theses. It takes you directly, if you click on there, it takes out of the reference, you're not actually in the reference database, it's on another platform. And I was looking, here's the latest collection statistics of who contributes to the NDLTD. So you can clearly see some contribute a lot and some contribute very little. So like VUT, only 180. University of Stellenbosch contributes a lot there. And this is what their I did a search and this is what it looks like. So you will see there it tells you what's the type. It's a master's, a MSc. Gives you the abstract and also gives you the handle. So you can click through and you can get to the full text. And that is it. I'm a bit early. I don't know if is there any questions? Anything you want to ask? We do have more than just these databases which I've showed you. We have other smaller reference databases as well. And then of course we still have a legal platform which we haven't even looked at, with a whole lot of legal products. I don't know how many of you are into the legal here, except for Peter at the back. Anybody law? It's a pity now I haven't touched on any law, but I hope you're familiar with quite a lot of our products, because we do have a good selection. Thank you.
Any other questions?
I see that you are starting to do older articles as well, stuff before, say, we're talking about the 1960s, 50s, etc., where there is a huge gap
Yes.
for the historical record, and we have the old repertoriums.
Yeah.
But I do see some articles now coming through from very old.
I think it's because the AJA is now searching on the EPUB, so it comes from the African Journal Archive, which was a community-funded project. So that is where we got funding to do the back issues of the journals and the SA EPUBs. So it's possible that maybe you didn't see it before because now it's integrated on this platform. But we're not actually adding older content at the moment, no.
That's sad.
It is, but it's money. If we got funding again from Carnegie or something, then we could do something like that. But just keeping up with the content at the moment, just keeping up, we've got enough staff to do that. That's obviously, to do extra is just not, yeah, unfortunately.
Thank you, Jean. We really appreciate your
Pleasure.
time and your willingness to share your knowledge with us. And
Pleasure.
from the Stellenbosch University side, we are very grateful for 1Sabinet for continuing with SA Media Service.
Yeah.
It's really, the students do use it quite a lot.
Yeah.
Before we leave,